welcome to News Channel 4. My name is Abby, and today we're going to interview some of the top specialists on the top secret Venona Project. But first, we got a couple of facts.
The Venona Project is widely known for the conviction of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were Soviet spies relaying information to the Soviet Union during the Cold War.
The Venona Project was very efficient considering the time period. However, one of the spies remains unknown to this day.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Next up, we have Colonel Carter Clark. First of all, Colonel, it is an incredible honor to meet you.
Well, it's my pleasure.
So, Colonel, what convinced you to start the Venona Project?
Well, I heard a rumor of a peace treaty with the Soviets, so instead I hired a team of expert code breakers. Why are you laughing?
No! Your name is being widely spread due to your success. What do you think brought you to it?
Well, it definitely didn't happen overnight. I hired a team of very expert code breakers, and what we ended up eventually finding was very, very different from what we expected.
Well, what did you discover?
Well, it turns out that we were looking for a word of peace treaty, and what we found was they were actually planning on infiltrating the hierarchy of the American government.
Wow, what did you do with the information?
Well, by that time, it was a little bit too late, so we couldn't really talk about the project itself as we were trying to keep it top secret, and in that case, we couldn't really prosecute or take anyone out.
Well, did you ever end up prosecuting anyone?
As far as prosecution goes, there really wasn't much we could do because by that time the war had already ended, but we did gather enough evidence to use an international case to live.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Colonel.
Thank you for having me.
Next up, we have Leonid Vaznikov and President Eisenhower. Alright guys, welcome to the show. So as far as the Cold War goes, what were your all's plans from the beginning? We'll start with Vaznikov.
Well, from the beginning, we just wanted to be more armed than the United States. We wanted to have more weapons. And so that's why I proposed the idea of having nuclear weapons in the armory of the USSR.
Alright, Mr. Eisenhower.
My plan was to stay civil unless we absolutely had to go to war. Peace was my end goal, and that stayed the same throughout this entire endeavor.
Alright guys, so when conflict arose, what did you guys do to assist the situation? Alright, Mr. Eisenhower.
While I wanted to stay civil, conflict still continued. Instead of violence, we chose to use Soviet satellites to pick up information, and in case of an emergency, behind the scenes, we built more nuclear arms.
If it had actually come down to it, would you guys have actually used your nuclear weapons?
No, probably not, because not only does it affect the USSR and the United States, it would probably affect the entire world as well.
I think this is one thing Mr. Vaznikov and I can agree on.
How did the Venona Project affect your individual missions?
Well, originally the plan was to gain intel on nuclear weapons in the United States, but the Venona Project actually foiled our plans, and we probably could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling Americans.
Mr. President?
This didn't just help the United States, this helped tackle communism around the globe.
Oh my God, bro.
How effective do you think the Venona Project was throughout the war?
Well, it was effective in the sense that it infiltrated our communications and picked up on a lot of databases on our spies.
Alright, Mr. Eisenhower?
I agree, I think it was very effective, and it gave the U.S. a lot of information on Soviet spies.
Alright, thank you guys. It was a pleasure to have you.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you guys for joining us on News Channel 4. Did I do it wrong?
No, that was
Did I do
good.
the 4 wrong?
That was good.
Okay. How did the Venona Project affect your individual missions?
Well, originally. Stop.
Good take.
Let's
Good
redo it.
take.
Thank you guys for having us. Shoot! Oh my god. Thank you guys.
Jesus Christ.
No problem.
Okay. So what am I supposed to say? If it actually come down to it, would you guys have actually used nuclear weapons?
Weren't you guys say-
Apparently that's a pretty good question.
Oh, you guys like, oh yeah, this is something.
Welcome to the show, guys. So, as far as the Cold War goes, what were you guys' plans from the beginning?
Well, from the beginning, we always wanted to have more nuclear arms than America. Even we wanted to have a nuclear arm. I proposed the idea of having a nuclear arm in the. I hate you so much.
I had the idea of having a nuclear arm.
Let me read that.